Well, Idris Elba apparently has been in therapy for some time now, and of course, for his bad habits, he says, and of course, um, lots of people have been asking what really the bad habit he is talking about really is. We'll find out. Join me, let's find out, especially so you know exactly what he has been talking about when it comes to his health. This is the second time Idris Elba's health has become very public, and of course, we're very much interested in knowing exactly what happened to the fine gentleman. This is the Idris Elba News. For more news, please do visit binasnews.com, and of course, do well to subscribe over there. To our page. Let's get interactive. Now, an interesting conversation about Idris Elba's health has once again surfaced on social media. And of course, he really looked worried about his state of health. Did you know that Idris Elba apparently, have been hospitalized or taken into therapy for this particular year? And even more, what you didn't know. In an interesting conversation in a podcast interview, also the star apparently did noted something very interesting, and this is what or some of the portions that really caught majority's attention. Now it says that. In my therapy, I've been thinking, a lot about changing almost to the point of neurophins, which means to be sick, anyways. And he goes on to say, being changed and shifting, it's a lot. In my therapy, I've been thinking a lot about changing almost to the point of neurofans. That's being changed, and shifting. It is not because I don't like myself or anything like that. It's just because I have some unhealthy habits that, have really formed. And I work in an industry that I'm rewarded for those unhealthy habits. He goes on to say, it's very interesting. Well, he goes on to say that he works so well or so hard, and he's being loved for staying busy, with project, has negative impact, on his well-being. So indirectly, Idris Elba is trying to tell us that he apparently, has been working tirelessly, trying to get us content on our screens, and sometimes it takes a toll on him, and even going to the hospital to seek medical attention is a problem for him. And this is very serious of a conversation to be having Idris Elba, a whole Idris Elba claiming that he's had an unhealthy habit, which unhealthy habit is he talking about? Not being able, to visit his hospital or his doctor for checks, or to get medications when he's not feeling well, even to take time to check his blood pressure, his blood whatever, or I should say his temperature whatsoever. That really is an interesting bad habit. He says that is having, a toll on him, which of course is very serious. I mean, listening to this, I'm like this, I'm very stunned. And just imagine the number of people who are in Idris Elba's, situation, because of course, they claim to be working tirelessly or endlessly, trying to get ends meet, and of course, get content, to their fans out there. And this is the way, most especially, most people, especially, I should say, the celebrities go through sacrifice so much, just to get content on the screens over there. Now, I think Idris really has to pay attention to his health and not really. Always do what the fans say, because trust me, if this is what he, does in the whole year, well, there will be a time, I'm sorry, we're going to record the bad news anyway. I'll be the same person to be here to talk about it. And so I just wouldn't want that to happen. You get it? So as a cool, buddy, I'm just suggesting, that to Idris Elba. But let's get once again what he said. Now he says that in my therapy, I've been thinking a lot about changing almost to the point of, neurofans being changed and shifting. That's what he said. Now he continues to say that it's not because I don't like myself or anything like that. It's just because I have some unhealthy habits that some really, formed. Okay, that some really have formed. And I work in an industry that I'm rewarded for those unhealthy habits. Now, I mean, that's the bitter truth anyway, because when you work hard and you get, you're always on the screens and, letting your fans know that, okay, this is what I'm doing, I'm this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That is what they love to see. But personally or self-introspection wise, you're killing yourself because the body needs rest sometimes. I mean, sometimes the body needs to rest. So listening to Idris Elba, shared this interesting sentiment, out there. I mean, it cuts across. Sometimes you're just so tired, you're so stressed, you need rest, you need, the body really needs to relax, but because someone says that you should work get content or something, so you always have to be on the go looking for content and giving it out there. But it's getting very interesting. I mean, an interesting video also surfaced on social media about when he was apparently choked. Well, let's do watch this short video and see how Idris Elba almost got choked with this food he was eating, and see. This is all part of the hazards anyway.
Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh shit.
Well, if I were Idris Elba, I would take a long year break, from acting or being on the screens, like what Tom Holland, did some time back. Or was it Tom Holland? Yeah, Tom Holland apparently told us that he was taking the break from acting and so on and so forth. But little did we know that he was taking the break just to have some good quality moment, with Zendaya. And well, it looks like that was really, working or is working, for him. And I must say that Idris Elba has done so much for himself that if he takes a break from acting or being off the screens for some time now, his legacy and his work would still speak for him. But saying that he, because of what the fans want and all of that, he has to sacrifice some time or most of his time getting content on the screens or getting quality content for his fans and all of that. I think sometimes we always have to be sometimes selfish at a point in time. We pay attention to ourselves most or more than what people really would say or talk about anyways, especially when it matters most to your health. All your health apparently is involved in that particular direction. So Idris Elba sharing his side of unhealthiness or unhealthy attitude that he has over them. I'm sure most actors and public figures out there, are listening, are saying that, well, I also do have one. Well, let's know so we can also talk about it. This has been Daily Trend Shopping Next News. Thanks for watching.